Testing. Everybody. What's up? What's up, Nathan? What's up, Nate? What's up, bro? What's going on? What's up, Dark Moon? What's up, Junk? What's up, Scott? What's up, Tris? What's up, Hyrule? About to get this started in a bit. Just want to make sure everything is playing here. Okay, you got that. I'm gonna eat real quick while we watch this. I gotta grab my water. What's up, Black Hakuman? What's 1 second? All right. What's up, guys? Can you guys hear me? What's up, Uncultured? This won't be a long stream. We'll talk a bit after it's over. And then I have some work to do. You said, I wonder what percentage will be CG trailers. What's up, Slum? What's going on? I forgot all about Metal Gear 3 remake. That might be something. What's up, Osman? What's going on? What's up, Destroyer of Worlds? What's up, Neo? All right, everybody coming in. So will we get another ridiculous Kojima trailer? Who knows? It might not even be anything. This is going to be a short state of play. I think it's 30 minutes. So keep your expectations at a minimum. Now, I heard there was a leak out. There was a leak list of what was going to be played. I didn't bother to watch find the leak, so I don't know. Now, my brother Keo, not Keo, I meant Strike, was saying the list was pretty lackluster, but we'll see. What's up, Talcum? Oh, you say you saw the list, Uncultured? Sonic, come on, Scott. He said Sonic Frontiers too. Like, no, bro. No, let Sonic Frontier die. He said hopefully pandering will be at a minimum. We'll see. What's up, Cole? What's going on, bro? What's going on? What's up, Poop? Moshi, what's up? He Who's that kills on beach volleyball? Oreo, what's up? What's up, Sonic the Jet Beat? Yeah, we're gonna watch the state of play. This won't be a long stream. I'm gonna stay on for a little bit so we can talk about the state of play, give you my thoughts and opinions on it, and everything like that before I have to get back to work on some stuff. Oh, thanks, Poop. What's up, Bread? Can y'all hear me? Also, I really hope Sega gives up another. Yo, I'm smooth. You can just call me Sonic, homie. Okay. Alright, Sonic it is, man. Okay. What's up, Triforce? Everybody up in here. That's dope. Just trying to finish this dinner. Like, I eat real late. I don't really eat much. Truthfully, I never played Sakura Wars. I think my first introduction to Sakura Wars was Project Cross Zone, because I think it was characters that was in there. I still have to make that Silent Hill video. About the remake. I don't know, man. I really don't know about that game. Yeah, I normally eat around like 5, 6 o'clock. So it's about the right time I normally eat. Yeah, it's about the right time. Hold up, 1 second. One second, guys. I got a business is related to my comic. Got some other stuff coming in that's going to be really, really cool. All right. So what we got here? It said, but yo, maybe Gravity Rush 3. Guys, please lower expectations. Don't do that. Looking dog, maybe Gravity Rush 3. Sakura Wars on PS4 is a really good game, but not too sure if you're interested in it. Yeah, I'm not really a dating sim guy. That's why I avoid. I don't like sims in my RPGs. I don't really care for them much, and I don't care for the dating sims. Affinities much. I mean, as long as the affinities don't be the driving force behind the game, I don't mind the affinity system being in it as long as it's not the driving force. That's why I can't get into Persona, because it has that school and relationship type of sim part of it. Don't really care for those things in my JRPGs. I really don't. And the moment I see them, and then especially when they highlight it so much, I'm like, no, not for me. And I hate when it's like when mechanics or like the good stuff is locked behind those mechanics. It's like behind mechanics that I don't have interest in. That's why I hate crafting systems. I hate cooking systems. I hate those mechanics, because those are mechanics I don't care for. I hate investing my time in them, especially when the only way to get to oh, thanks for the cheers. Oh, I appreciate it. Especially when, what's up, Super Android? What's up, Mr. Sassini Plays? What's going on? And that's why I hate those mechanics, man. I hate those. And then especially when they block mechanics or special things behind mechanics that I can't, I don't want to get involved with. New Spark controller has me foaming at the mouth right now. I need it badly. What's going on, Mugen? What's up, Matt? Like I said in my video, Mugen becoming a mukbang stream. What's up, Decade? What's up, Digital Decade? What's up, A Gamer? What's going on? The thing that I hate the most, let me put this up. We about to get there in a bit. I hate those type of mechanics. I really do in my games. I really do. I mean, there's a lot of people like those mechanics, dating sims and all that other stuff, but
I'm all about Silent Hill 2. I want to see some Silent Hill 2. We're actually getting an ignition transmission. We're getting a
RIGN's nut was nut after
from
Naomi Kyle left. After Naomi Kyle and a little bit of
the state of play.
what's that chick
right?
name? The other one. Naomi Kyle left. That was it. I was done. That was the end of the IGN era.
So as you can see, the timer is set right there. We've got 22 seconds till the state of play kicks off, which is super duper exciting. But I'm going to toss things over right now. I want y'all to be sure to stick around though after
Jessica Chobot will always be number one for me with
gets
IGN. I was in love with Jessica Chobot. And then Naomi Kyle came in and I enjoyed her, but after she left, I was done. IGN, because after that, most of the familiar faces started leaving. What's up?
Hi everyone, I'm Asad Kizilbash, Head of Product at PlayStation Studios and Head of PlayStation Productions. I'm here to welcome one of the newest members of the PlayStation Studios family, Firewalk. This team brings together some of the most talented developers in our industry, with an incredible pedigree in the online multiplayer space. We announced their first game, Concord, last year, and today, they're revealing gameplay captured in-engine on PS5. But first, here's an extended vignette introducing some of the cool characters you'll find in the Concord galaxy. Enjoy.
Oh, what's up, Leon? What's going on? What's going on, bro?
It was a spontaneous, creative decision made after years of careful research.
Being really old and almost dying a bunch doesn't count as research.
Almost dying is the best way to learn how not to die. Besides, it worked, didn't it?
How much longer for the upload?
A few more minutes. Hey, start time. Try it with hot sauce. You'll like it. Trust me.
No.
All right,
Do not
let's
trust him.
Oh, where's this coming from?
It's coming from you back on the ship saying, trust me, we're professionals. We'll stick to the plan. We can do this. And then that. That was not the plan.
Technically, it was a plan. It just wasn't the same plan that we started with.
If we don't leave with this blue
Hey,
light,
Mar.
Look
will.
at you can tell that's good. That's motion capture. It's the gestures and
I'll be
facial
waiting
expressions.
outside.
It's crazy.
No one moves. We'll be taking this off your hands.
What? This?
Funny.
Yeah, got the Marvel humor.
Slow them down a little for you. Meet at the rendezvous point.
Wait, what? Where's the rendezvous? I didn't catch that.
Copy that, Bill.
Well played.
Fine. They only got one of my legs.
How are those hands?
What's up, Piccolo? What's up, Kaiser? Okay.
How bad is it? You're still mad at me?
Lennox!
Got him.
One off. This is you.
I want to see some gameplay.
Got it.
I am developing a taste for destruction.
Sony's, I guess Sony's gonna really be pressing on this live service stuff. That's what I care about. I care about gameplay. So at least the girl has a normal chin. I agree, Leon.
This would be a very dishonorable way for us all to die.
Don't worry. Nobody's
Her
dying
clothing is
dishonorably.
very
Also,
her
we're
clothing is
bringing
very
this back with us.
androgynous, though.
Hey, Mark. What are you doing?
But nah, she's a her face and her design looks really good.
Rendezvous point.
She looks like a woman. But her clothes is like her get up is crazy though.
One off. Do not dare.
But we were supposed to stick together.
If you
And
let
him
go,
would
I
never leave me.
swear I will rain
Oh,
vengeance.
look, there they are. Hi.
But yeah, they done well with her
Glad
face
you
and everything
avoided
like that.
dishonorable death.
So I get on that,
Almost
but
dying is the best way to learn how
but her
not to
clothes
die.
though, look at them boots
Or
and everything.
something.
It's very
I knew
androgynous.
this was gonna work.
This wasn't the plan.
Well, it just wasn't the one we started with. All right, another satisfied customer. Goods delivered. I sent everyone their
You
cut.
said Suicide Squad
So do
MCU.
you like carry it around with you for emergency bland
This is a long
situations
ass
or whatever?
CG trailer. I want to see the game, the gameplay. What's up, Tamon?
Our next job is somewhere with less
We'll
scaffolding.
have no scaffolding. Zero scaffolding. I promise.
He said, if you were to tell me this is the Guardians of the Galaxy trailer, I would probably believe you.
You sound ridiculous.
What's up, Landon? Wait, is that Ming 9 Wang Wen? I have no idea. Yeah, I agree, Super Android. Like, he said, what if this is a mobile game? Don't do that.
Concord
Do
is
not.
a 5v5 first-person shooter set in the vibrant sci-fi universe of the Concord
Oh, it's a
galaxy.
5v5. So,
In
yeah, this is going to be like
Concord,
a
from
live
the moment you
service
log on,
hero
you are part
shooter.
of the crew of the North Star, a group of guns for hire known in our galaxy as free gunners. Free gunners are those lucky enough to be free to roam the stars. They
Yeah,
take
her
high-stake
outfit,
jobs
man.
on worlds across
If
wild
they gave her
space,
better
where they
boots,
face other fiercely competitive free gunner crews. Here's the very
Yeah,
first
so
look
this is
at
like
the gameplay
a
of
hero
Concord.
shooter, like a maybe like a Valorant or like an Overwatch or something.
But it's our work, and we don't take it
So I
for
still want to
granted.
see some gameplay.
Being a free gunner means
Yo, what's up, Overkai?
Right on target.
Yeah, these outfits.
free gunners have a shot at making something of themselves.
I understand the
A
setting,
chance
but
to be someone.
the visuals look pretty good though. I kind of wish it was third
Fix
person.
myself up.
Why not?
Yeah, look at that motion capture. That motion capture is really good. She looks good.
You won't survive.
Her facial
on your
features look
own.
really good. But
Finally, to battle.
Is it some gameplay third? Is third person or?
We risk our lives.
I mean,
every
live
day
service,
to
man,
do the
is
job.
like we got so many of them. It's the fact is that there's too many of them that exist. There's too many to play, and then you can't invest in your time in all of them because a lot of it requires time and investment and money at some point. I wonder how many them designs, them outfits, man. Some of them seem generic, and then some just seems it seems too Tumblr. Some of the outfits seem too Tumblr-like.
We're the Free Gunner crew of the North Star, and together we're going to make our mark on this galaxy.
I like the art style. I do like the art style, though. I think that if for these games for these type of live service games to work, they gotta have a unique art style or it's gonna have some type of art style that really like pulls you in. I like the art
With
style.
Concord, we leaned on the strengths and background of our team to make a tight, well-balanced FPS
The
that
Overwatch
feels
Tumblr
great to
edition.
play. We focused a ton of our attention and our tech on building a
Oh
strong
yeah,
gameplay
Marvel Rivals.
foundation
I agree with
tight
that.
core movement, precise visceral shooting, and expressive abilities.
We ended up finding ourselves influenced a lot by fighting games and even strategy games in the interesting way that the asymmetry of their characters makes every fight, every matchup feel really different.
Yeah, I'm not gonna knock this.
Really pushing the possibilities.
It could work.
Just colliding. It's all about
It
creating
could work.
opportunities for improvisation. That's where we can get out of the way and let
Oh,
players
wow.
find their own magic. We also have
Oh
abilities
wow,
that
it's like
have
she has like
impact
kung fu
beyond
like
just
that.
combat.
I like
Playable
that.
gear that can persist throughout a full game. So whether that's multiple rounds of a mode or multiple respawns across a match, there are healing pads, bullet blocking domes, explosive traps, lane blocking walls, all kinds of ways to support your team or disrupt your enemies.
Yeah, that was
Coordinating teams can set
unique.
up and
She
plan
was
ahead,
flipping around and she
depending
did
on
like
where
kung
when
fu
it
and stuff.
happens,
That was
players can
different.
shift the battlefield to their advantage.
Why her?
We've got
Why the Asian
everything
chick
from
weapon look
mystics and
trash?
medics to
Damn.
gunslingers and sparked robots.
Them pimples,
Every
them bumps is
character brings
crazy.
their own unique personality, skills, and wide-ranging perspectives to the crew.
Oh my God!
Every
the
week, when you
Tumblr.
log into
Yeah, it's
Concord,
Tumblr.
you will be welcomed with a new cinematic vignette that will give you a chance to see our characters off the job. They will feature ongoing narrative arcs that grow the characters' stories and relationships and
already turned
unpack
me
the
off.
broader
Yeah, I'm not
Concord
gonna lie.
galaxy.
Why are you kissing a tchotchke?
We're excited to share that we'll be hosting a pre-launch beta in July, followed by Concord's global launch on August 23rd, 2024.
Yeah, well, Sony did say that all their live services is gonna be day and date for PC, except for their exclusives, like single player experiences. Oh yeah. Of course, all the women are covered up, and you got the men who are barebacked and stuff. But yeah, most of the women look in like their outfits look androgynous. I'm not gonna lie, the female characters' faces don't look bad at all. I think they did a good job with the faces compared to the mess you've been seeing recently. And I'm not gonna knock the game, you know. It may end up being fun. Yeah, some of the characters do look generic, but some of them do have some looks kind of like
a
unique in a way.
calm and reasonable person. Are you?
What's up, Akuma?
A calm and reasonable person.
And that more DLC?
You don't really want war.
Oh,
Do you,
it's gonna be
Kratos?
PC.
War is coming. The prophecies say Fimbulwinter leads to Ragnarok.
Unlock frame rates. Yeah, because they know the PS5 frame rates is ass.
You will die, Kratos of Sparta.
Yeah, man. I like, despite it looking like a cinematic movie, like I prefer the original gameplay. This behind the over-the-shoulder gameplay for a God of War game, nah, doesn't do it.
Tricks up his sleeve we haven't dared to consider.
We have guests! They're too fast! Look out!
They said it's still pitch straight up kicking ass.
If you let it. Do what is necessary. Not because it is
I
written.
still got too much to play. I'm not signing up for anything new for a while. Unless it's amazing. Say God of War has come to the master race. PC. He said said unlock frame rate, but Kratos can't jump. Yeah, that jump is ass. Oh, Souls. What is? It's not Souls Aside, is it?
Soldiers
no,
and officials alike oppress the people for personal gain.
I hear
people
brother.
must turn to thievery for food.
Must return to thievery.
Perhaps this is heaven's way of lamenting the state of the land. Men are powerless at the feet of the divine.
Sweet.
But even so, someone must act.
Yo, he look badass. Wait, is this like a new Dynasty Warriors or something? That remind me of that game, yeah, like Dynasty Warriors. It's not Dynasty. I know it's probably not Dynasty Warriors, but I get that vibe from it. And see, the thing is, it looks like, you know, it looks cool to see all these characters on screen, but yeah, it has to be Dynasty Warriors. I get bored of these fans. It gets very, very repetitive. I guess it's not Dynasty Warriors. Yes, it is. Dynasty Warriors Origins. Interesting. I like his character design though, but I get bored of those games so fast.
I think I was dreaming.
I see anime design and.
We were really transported to Mirrorland.
Okay. What the heck?
Of a stylist is never easy.
A stylist? She does hair?
So.
Or outfits change?
Are you ready for it? Ready. We're ready. Ready.
Looks cute. My daughter plays something like this. The visuals look crazy though. Oh. It's like Mario Odyssey. Yeah, it looks cute. The princess game is the princess game that Disney could never pull off. Yeah, look at the visuals, man. It looks beautiful. My daughter would definitely play something like this. It looks really beautiful. Yeah, it's like something from Disney. All right, that's what they went for. Is it like Pokemon Snap? When you just go around snapping pictures and stuff, like different like scenarios and characters.
Awaiting you.
Yeah, I love the designs though, but yeah, I could see. If it's Capcom, if it's Capcom, then
the miracles you so claim.
If it's Capcom, then it's Monster Hunter. If it's not Capcom, then I don't know what the hell is it.
Towering shadows.
What is this?
Into the mist.
I pray for their grace, but all that came were inferior shades.
Why do we have to bear the consequences of such power?
Wow.
War. Mortality.
These are aesthetics that I like to see. Look at that. Yeah, look at that. These are aesthetics I like to see. We don't get enough of this. It got a little bit of that Elden Ring like to it, but it also has a little bit of that anime like to it. It has a unique art style to it. This is stuff I can get behind. Look at that. Look at the character designs. I can get behind this.
Remember,
this is Chinese.
No matter what happens,
the studio.
We did not betray this world.
Yeah, these Koreans, these Chinese, man, with these games, man. If this is from a Chinese studio, these motherfuckers is just like they just bring in something in, like something different in here. Like that looks interesting. I don't know. I might have to hop up on that. Skydan's Behemoth. It don't seem it don't feel like you can tell when something is Souls like how it moves and stuff. It don't move like a Souls like it don't. It's coming to VR.
I thought I could be a hero and break the curse.
like I said, don't underestimate VR as far as like, don't let the trailers fool you. Like, the VR is a fun experience. I wouldn't get a PSVR though until it's actually compatible for PC and for you to use it for PC games and stuff, and not just the PlayStation. See, the only thing about Melee VR games, I need the space in the room. Because the Melee ones require you to do more movement compared to just shooting. My room is not that big for like Melee combat. Well, when I move into my new house, I'll have enough room to actually get. That's why I always avoid Melee-based VR games, because I just don't have the room to actually do, like, take full advantage of it.
Thought I could be a hero.
He said, Mets, I only know one good use for a VR headset.
Don't survive the Forsaken Lands.
Yeah, I agree, Super Android. They the Koreans and the Chinese with their games, man, it's crazy. They just doing it. Holy. Yeah, it's something like this would be awesome in VR. It's better in VR. Do not get this shit without. These type of games is meant for VR. Do not play this shit without VR. Another VR game. I still haven't opened my MetaQuest 3 yet. I haven't had time. I haven't really. Oh, okay. Oh, Aliens? This better not be Aliens VR. This better not be Aliens VR. No! No! Aliens VR? Aliens VR! Oh my god. MetaQuest better get this. That's crazy. I'm gonna be a bitch. I'm gonna be a bitch in this game. I'm gonna be so fucking shook. Now, give us multiplayer. Give us multiplayer. Just give us multiplayer. I was just talking to my brothers about that.
I'm back on State of Play to introduce more exciting titles coming to PlayStation, starting with a highly anticipated PvP shooter, playable soon on PS5.
Sony State of Oof. Derpy Stupid. What's up, Blaze? I couldn't tell if that's a guy or not. Here we go, coming to consoles. That was some that. It's coming. I'm playing on PC mostly, but this had to come to console. That's the only way. Like. Wow. Yeah, I want to play. I definitely want to play this, man. I definitely want to play this.
Stronger together.
Like I said, Marvel and DC got the IP to do so many things with it, and they should give it to more Asian developers. Let them utilize this shit. Let the East work with this stuff, cause you'll get something epic with it. I'm gonna play the hell out of this. I would love to play this. I want to try the chick. What's her name? Magic. The chick with the sword. I want to try it. I want to try her. The ice chick. Like I said, I always like to play a lot of female characters. Definitely want to try Storm as well, and my boy Punisher. I definitely want to play Punisher.
Okay, let's see how mankind has conquered space.
Oh yeah, Galactica. Now the thing is, like, this is where you have a lot of tourists. Everybody called it woke because you have a female Galactus, and they don't even understand the fact that female Galactus has always been the thing. Because Galactus, he reproduced asexually, and he ended up having a daughter, and she can shrink her size and everything. And she's the opposite of her father, I believe. As far as she's not really a bad guy or anything. I think she fought against her father a few times, if I can remember. Now what's this? Another Chinese game? Yeah. Another Chinese game. Yo, these motherfuckers, man. Now, one thing about Chinese developers too, I do want to see other things besides most of this type of stuff. I want to see what other unique games they can do besides the Dynasty type stuff and the mythology. I mean, it's dope. I mean, it's a way to introduce other cultures to this type of stuff. But I also want to see other things besides the Dynasty type of stuff and mythological stuff that they have. I want to see more, I want to see other things they can do. I want to see them, you know, flex their developer muscles too. He said Galactic Tussie.
Hello, friends and fans.
What's up, S3?
I'm super excited
What's up,
to
Sloan?
welcome all my pals back to the annual Blackwood Winter Getaway.
Winter Getaway.
Nice one.
Oh,
You can't hide from me, my
this is the remake, right? To that game on PS4, I think, or is it a sequel?
So much to me that we're all still here together.
Fight the break of
I feel like someone's watching us.
There's no one out there.
What's the name of this game? I didn't buy it. Until Dawn. I couldn't remember the name of it. I never bought the game, but it was an interesting concept. But yeah, it's a remake. Oh, that's the Hispanic guy from
Mike, Emily?
Are you ready, true believers?
I was down there.
You were?
It was horrible.
I don't want to make hasty decisions that get everyone killed.
We should stay put.
No, it's
right
Until
here
Dawn. It's
until
not.
dawn.
No, it's not Hill. It's Until Dawn. He said Until Mid. I might get this. Just and I will play this only on live stream, so you guys can make, you know, watch me make decisions and stuff like that. That'd be something to play with only on live stream. I think that would be fun. He said the ring read. That's the Path of Exile. What? Y'all see what I say? Lord Blaze.
But
I
each
didn't
day
care for this style
descends
games
further
like, man.
into madness. Famine, plague besiege us. The very earth is being poisoned. The Count's men, once our protectors, have turned on us.
Oh, it's like one of those Diablo games.
They come for me.
Not my kind of. Not my kind of game. The PC boys gonna love it though. Who knows? I might end up developing games like this. But with my own twist to it. Why is the game the most interesting so far in the show?
Not do it alone.
Yeah, it's a single play. He said F Diabetes 4. Got crossplay. What, so is Diablo 4? No. I don't know. These not my kind of games. Oh, it's pet. And why do these games always have this type of style to it? Yeah, Path of Exile. Don't care for it. Yeah, I was never really a fan of these style games. Now, if they made more of like a Japan, like Eastern style, but with that gameplay, I'll play it. But I was never really into that type of style, the Western style.
I'm sorry.
Silent Hill.
I was just...
It's okay. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm kind of lost. I'm looking for Silent Hill.
You said
You
great
should
volume,
stay away.
Skyrim.
This town, there's something wrong with it?
Is it dangerous?
Maybe.
I'll be.
He said, "Son, we have Skyrim."
I'm not lying.
Diet Leon Kennedy. He said, "Diet
I don't
Leon
really care
Kennedy."
if it's dangerous or not. I'm going either way.
No, you shouldn't be here.
And over the shoulder again, man. They keep doing this over the shoulder shit, man. This look like Resident Evil and Silent Hill. That's the gripe that I have. Silent Hill's not a Resident Evil game, and they putting too much emphasis on that, like the action parts of it. And then it's over the shoulder camera again. It looks no different than Resident Evil.
Tell him I'll be good, please.
Was it me or their face was bad? Yeah. It wasn't you.
No. Please.
I don't know, man. But like I said, we want to wait and see. Silent Evil. Yeah. Yeah, man. Like, this modern game design, man, is just crazy. Like, stop this over-the-shoulder shit. Be more unique
Capcom
again. Let's
announced
go back
this
to
next game last December, offering
I
just
can't
a
tell
glimpse
if she
of
a
what's in
man
store
or
for
not
their
at
celebrated
times.
franchise. Today, I am so excited to share the first full gameplay trailer for Monster Hunter Wilds.
Yeah, here we go. Monster Hunter Wild. There we go, guys.
As soon as we find a good spot, we can get things set up and ready to go. And then we can get started.
This is gonna be great.
You bet.
I hope we find them soon.
Look!
It's like Peter Griffin.
Incredible. I've never heard of a Karatnoth herd this
This
big
world,
before.
you know,
One of
look at
them's
that.
got
This
big
world is
spikes
gonna
on
be
its
massive
back.
as hell, and this game gonna run for a decade. What's up, Dio? You missed majority of the state of play. This is probably like the last game, probably, for the state of play. This game gonna run for a decade. I'm telling you this right now. If this game's gonna be as massive as I think it's going to be, this game gonna last for a very long time. I think they're gonna they're gonna milk this game like crazy. And the Monster Hunter games are always good. So, but my God, I really truly, no, you're not really, Dio. You didn't miss anything, man. There's really nothing like really popping with this at all.
Now commencing the hunt.
All right,
Order
see
of
some
the Guild.
gameplay. It's as you would expect it from gameplay. That frame rate, though. We will never get a 60 frames per second unless it's PC. Oh wow, yeah. Look at that. Look at, oh my God. All them damn, I've been fucking shook. All them huge ass monsters, and it's a bigger ecosystem, habitats. Oh wow. Like 3 of them motherfuckers.
I've selected
Damn.
you as a lead hunter for this expedition.
Thank you, sir.
That frame, if it's anything like Dragon's Dogma, this frame rate gonna be ugly. Yeah. You know, everybody gonna go crazy for this. Everybody gonna go crazy. 2025, yes, next year. They already got bonuses already. They not playing. Capcom is not playing. Oh, the Robo. And I'm not gonna lie, this game, the Robo, the Playroom that comes with your PS5, that made me relive what gaming was back in the day. You get your iconic character, and you platform it, everything, and it had all these cool different ways to to get you to immerse you into the PlayStation 5, you know, game console and stuff. So they bringing him back. I think they need to put more emphasis on him. I think they got something with him. Yeah, dude, in the music, it just took me back to the 90s way of gaming. Yeah, I'm glad they brought him back. The Astro. I think they need to really push and really push down and make him the he's the mascot. I think they need to make a lot more games, introduce new robo characters and stuff like that joins his side and everything. Yeah, boxing gloves. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I will fuck with this. I like the one that came with the PS5. Yeah, we need to see more of this, man. I miss when games were like this. Look at it, and even the music. Listen to the music, man. It just takes me back. Oh wow, it's paying homage to a lot. Oh wow, cause they had Robin from Jumping Flash in the first game, and I went nuts over that. It's like a homage to PlayStation's history. Yeah, look at that. That's dope, man. They got their own. It's like their own Mario. I think they really need to continue to put more emphasis on this character. We need more stylistic games like this, man. Yeah, that's dope, man. Yeah, I'm getting this. I'm getting this, bro. I'm getting this. This is like a full-fledged game now. You got even God away. You got this. Yeah, man. This is cute, man. This is the fun that I want from gaming. Stuff like this, man. Get Astro Bot. Yup. So you got a full-fledged game now. Not just a tech demo anymore. It's a full-fledged. Oh wow. September. Yeah, I'm definitely to get that. I definitely gotta get that. That gotta be part of my PS5
collection. Be sure to visit
collection.
PlayStation blog for more on the games you just saw, as well as PlayStation.com for the latest on Days of Play. This global celebration runs
Marvel
through June
game,
12th, with deals on PlayStation Store,
that Marvel game,
great
that
new
Marvel
content
Overwatch
coming to
game,
PlayStation Plus, and much more.
Monster Hunter and Astro Bot was the 3 games that was really cool. We need to see more of that. And I'm not gonna lie, Concord wasn't a bad game. I mean, despite the Tumblr look that it has to it, but I think it's potential. I think it's potential in that. I really see potential in that. But it all depends, man. As long as they don't go like, long as the game is fun, and whatever like that, and then it doesn't try to go to like this like these extra lengths of trying to be woke and stuff like that. I think they might have something with the Concord game. I love like that. I think it can work. Like I said, I'm not going to really rag the game. As far as the female character designs, they did a good job with their faces. I give it that. But them damn outfits, especially the Asian chick in Concord, dog, like that outfit is androgynous as fuck. Not an ounce. It's not an ounce of femininity in her outfit at all. And the thing is, she don't need to be naked or anything, but god damn, fully covered up. Her boots, she wearing like Timberland boots and shit like that. I'm like, what the hell? What kind of design is that? It's kind of like a dress at the top, and then she got Timberland boots at the bottom. That outfit is crazy, man. It's super androgynous. It's like they didn't want to say, all right, we got the face, but let's just make the outfit itself not feminine at all. You know? Yeah, 2 steps away. Yeah, that's what like she's wearing like a burqa and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? She's like, it's like they couldn't give us. There still had to be a compromise. Like, we got the face right, but we still going to have to like cover up, show no type of femininity or some type of like sex appeal, and she don't have to be over the top like my girl Eve from Stellar Blade. But god damn, but yeah, she's like a nun exactly. Yeah, she had Timbs on, bro. You see them fucking Timbs? Like that shit was crazy. She had fucking like she had like her top, like she's fully covered, like it's like almost like a gown that she's wearing a little bit. Then she's wearing Home Depot cargo pants, and then you go to the bottom, she wearing Timbs. But her face, like, she has a nice face or like that. Like, they didn't fuck it up. It's like they went out their way to actually, even the black chick with the dreadlocks, she's also an attractive looking female character too. You know, she has attraction to it. Like she's designed well. She don't have a square jaw. They don't look out of this. They didn't butcher them. But then when you get to the outfits and stuff like that, like, they just made them androgynous. It has no feminine look to it or anything like that. At least give us the PN03 costume. Yeah, you gonna watch the Silent Hill live stream too, Mugen? No, I'm not gonna watch the Silent Hill. Sony State of Play, thumbs up, thumbs down. It's up to you. Combat boots are appropriate, but Tim's. Yeah, but yeah. Let's see. The Sony State of Play. I would give it a C. I wouldn't say that I was bored or whatever. There was some things that I'm like, okay, like, not bad. I thought about Aliens VR. That Aliens got me, bro. I'm a sucker. Like Aliens freaked the shit out of me. But I grew up with Aliens. I love Aliens. And I was talking to my brothers like weeks ago and my dad. I said, yo, you know what would be nuts? An Aliens VR, but with multiplayer. We all in that shit together. Playing on a MetaQuest, me, dad, my brother Keo, and DX Strike, and we the Marines and shit like that, and we got the scanner scanning for them and shit. Oh my god, that, I don't lie, dog. I'm gonna be a bitch in that. I'm gonna be fucking screaming my fucking like lungs out, bro. Is it okay for me? The problem is how long Aliens VR is gonna be. See, the thing is, like, VR games don't have to be long. VR games don't have to be long. Like, most VR games don't most VR games, the minimum for VR games, I would say you probably would get like 3 to 5 hours minimum. Maximum, you probably could get 10 hours out of it. Because the thing is, like, VR is one of those experiences that you don't want to be in the world for too long. Because the brain just can't handle that shit. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, it's all about the experience rather than how long a VR game is. If the experience is great, where everything's interactive, everything's intuitive and stuff, and there's so many different layers and so many different ways to play, then you'll constantly keep replaying it. So it doesn't matter how long it will last. Like an Aliens game, I wouldn't expect that game to be 30 hours. I would expect that game to at least be 5 hours max. And I'm completely fine with that. It's Aliens VR. That's enough that I'll be probably too freaked the fuck out to even play for 20 minutes. So a 5 hour game, or even a 3 hour game at that matter. But you constantly keep going in and playing it. I think that was where the fun experience. And if you make it a multiplayer, it's going to be even more fun because now you'll be scared as fuck with the rest of your teammates communicating and chatting with each other. Is it and maybe the key? It's a D, but I'll give it a C plus for sure. Yeah, because oh no, I never played the Isolation VR mod. Never played Isolation. The thing is, like, for me, like, I haven't really got into the whole modding thing because like I'm a lazy guy. You know, I got like I did mods before in the back of the day, but you have to download the software. Then I gotta go to a modding site. Then I read the comment sections to see what if the mod breaks other things and does it clash with other stuff, and that's the thing. It's the extra step that I gotta take in order to get certain things to work, and I hate doing that. And then certain mods you have to tweak it a bit so you can fit the VR experience. I don't feel like going through that shit. I like to just plug shit in and just play it at times. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I know about the Isolation VR because when I did the video about the when they was comparing the Star Wars, the Outcast, when he's mentioning Aliens and Sigourney Weaver, when I was doing my research on that and I went back to Isolation and I found out about the Isolation mod itself. Yeah, there's a ton of mods, man. This is a thing called the Unreal mod for VR, where any games that built for that's built with Unreal Engine is an easy plug-in and play. You can make it a first-person VR experience. You can just play it as a traditional third person, but in VR or whatever like that. And people are having fun with it. Yeah, some games, they even have a list of games that work perfectly and a list of games that's not fully compatible that still needs to be worked on. But you have over 700 games or something like that that works perfectly fine with the Unreal mod. So with the Unreal VR mods, that mean when you play it or put the headset in, it automatically detects that it's an Unreal game and it already got settings already tweaked, and you can just go in and tweak it more. What's up, Ruined? Ruined by the Internet. What's up? Like, you just need to eat some ginger. Yeah, now, see, the thing is with VR, like, I don't, like, it depends on the developers when it comes to VR, because most of my VR experience, I don't get sick, but I do advise you to drink water before you jump in. Don't ever play VR on an empty stomach. I will say that. It's only games, the only time VR can fuck with your stomach or fuck with your head and shit like that is those games where you have full, complete control, like, of movement. Now, the reason why it fucks your head up is, like I said, it depends on the game, because not all of them do that. It's only 1 or 2 games I experienced where my stomach was so fucked up after I took the headset off, I had to lay down for the whole day. It really messed my stomach up. And the reason why the games that has full, because you have 2 different types of motion. You have pointer motion, where you point to the location and your character will teleport to that area, or you can use the thumbsticks, or if you have a track motion, you can walk to those areas. Now, the problem is the full motion that can get you sick at times is because if VR fucks with your brain, because you're moving, but your brain is telling you like, yo, motherfucker, your feet is not moving, but you're moving, and that's what it discombobulates you at times, because your body you actually feel like you're actually moving, you're seeing yourself move, but your feet ain't moving, and that's what it fucks with your brain, or whatever like that. So my advice to you is to drink water. Don't play VR on an empty stomach. With games that requires full motion, do not go in an empty stomach. That will fuck your stomach up. But most of the times, 9 times out of 10, I never really experienced that motion sickness. And it also depends on the developer and how well they utilize the full motion in it. Because yeah, man, the first time I ever experienced the motion sickness was when PS4 VR came out, and my dad had bought Doom VR for the PS4, and the PSVR headset is ass. That shit is ass, man. But we didn't know the difference. We didn't know how ass it was until we got the Oculus Quest, or the Meta Quest now. Meta Quest was way better than the PS4 headset. But at the time, the PS4 headset was like the thing at the time. And my dad, he gave me the headset. I put it on, and my God, soon I went to go turn my character around, or whatever like that. Oh, yeah. Soon I went to go turn my character around. It fucked my stomach up. Doom VR. It messed my stomach up, and I was trying to pretend to my dad, because my dad said, "Man, it's messing my stomach up." I said, "Man, Dad, I got this." I put it on. I want to turn the character around. I want to go move. Yo, I was about ready to spit my lunch up, or whatever like that. And then I was only in it for like 2 minutes, and I'm like, yeah, I said, it's not bad. That's his son. You get out of there kind of quick. Like, no. So my daughter's like, I want to try. My daughter got in there. She's younger, so it didn't really get her like that. It got her as she stayed in it a little bit longer, but she played it much longer than we did before it actually got to her, the motion sickness.
That with Doom, don't get Ingenuity and Zone of the Enders. I was good.
No, somebody mentioned the Zone of the Enders. My brother just said, I'm just reading it from Ruined by the Internet. He said Zone of the Enders VR is probably the worst. Your character move.
No, because you sitting in the cop. For me, I was fine.
Yeah.
Man, I was sitting in that joint. I thought I was in the gun. I was like, yo, this joint was crazy. And it looks really good. But if you was like that with Doom, don't get in that cockpit.
Doom on PS4, man.
Don't get in that cockpit.
That shit, yo, I just want to turn the character around. I was done. I was like, yo, I gotta take this shit off. Yo, that shit was crazy, man.
I forgot you looking at it on the TV.
Yeah.
That's why, because this is lower down here.
Yeah, well, because no, it depends on the dimension size. Like if I was to put it on there, then you'll probably get the full thing. If you put it on play it on your phone, you get the full thing.
It's hard
or
to
whatever
make
like
it
that.
universal for everything.
Yeah. I mean, I quit with that. Like you can forget it.
Oh yeah, that Warhammer. We were going to get on PS5.
Why?
I seen all these other modes on the game, dog. You ain't playing none of them.
No, but what
you got?
but what they gotta do with Xbox?
You got campaign mode, right? I don't know. I don't think it's crossplay. You got campaign mode. Then you got mission mode. Then you got deathmatch. You're not playing it. You're not playing it. It's a 5v5. It's a 5v5. You ain't see it?
No.
Yeah, it did drop the trailer like a couple of days ago.
I was like, yo. Check it out. But I'm also gonna be playing the I'm also playing it for like the story, like the co-op, the stories.
I want to play.
That's all I really gonna play it for. Like if anything, I can probably convince Dad to get it for Xbox. Then me and him gonna run that joint.
What is it? You still not done Grand Blue?
No, we gotta go back up.
You gotta get yourself together because Darius is at the end of the game. He didn't beat the game yet.
Yeah, no, I'm not that far from the end either. Like, I just gotta go back and play. That's what I gotta do.
Drop some new missions and all this stuff. So it's like we're just accumulating more quests and it's still going stuff on the game.
Yeah. So I mean, look, man.
About it not too long ago.
Man, I still gotta finish Final Fantasy 16. I'm at the end of that.
You got Stellar Blade, which I beat, by the way.
Yeah. I gotta finish Stellar Blade, man. I got so much stuff.
I ain't gonna lie, because I was really tempted. I was like, dang. I don't know. I might have to play Stellar Blade again. I was this close about to turn that joint back on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, my brothers and them dudes be going fucking crazy playing Helldivers. They say they be hearing y'all. They can hear y'all from up here.
Yeah, we was playing.
These niggas be losing their fucking mind in Helldivers.
Oh, they just put the new mech on there.
They did. I still gotta get Helldivers as well.
We don't know when he put the new aliens, but we seen the pictures.
Oh, that Aliens VR, dog.
I'm good.
Come on, man. If that comes to MetaQuest, we gotta get that. If it's multiplayer,
I'll get it.
We gotta get. If it's multiplayer, we gotta get that.
If it's multiplayer, I'll buy it. But if it's single player, I'm not playing that.
I won't be a bitch in that joint.
What was Monster Hunter Wild? Yo, you seen that joint? Everybody look Victorian. They look more. They don't look like cavemen like the old monsters. They got the whole Victorian period clothes. I'm like, all right, that's dope.
I'm telling you,
I'm fiending.
That world is gonna be so. They gonna run this shit for a decade. They gonna run that game. They gonna run that game for a decade.
You seen what it said? Like we don't transfer all of our stuff, but we get special rewards for our Monster Hunter World and Monster Hunter World Iceborne. We get like special stuff. If you have your data.
So I feel what they gonna probably do too is. Like when they do expansions, they're gonna add previous lands or something like that. Like yo, that would.
They would have to update those lands.
Yeah, of course.
It looks like this is like.
Oh no! They will update. Yeah, they will update those lands and stuff like that. Because why would you like? What significance does World would have with that? That is it. Yeah. So unless they have plans eventually to bring those lands back and expand them and make them bigger,
you would have to because they're going to be interconnected.
Yeah. Or or I mean, you don't even have to be interconnected. You just get on the ship, and then that land is own thing.
Oh, you talking about like everything?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you all get on the ship, and then now you got a whole new story set of missions. I'm telling you, their plans to make this shit run for a decade. Because from the rumors, they're saying this is gonna be like the biggest Monster Hunter game yet. The biggest.
I want 60 frames when I play this game.
Nigga, you ain't getting 60 frames on no console. Nigga, dog. Dragon's Dogma already. Because it said Dragon's Dogma is the blueprint. You already seen what they gave you with Dragon's Dogma 2.
But it has to still look good.
Nigga, you know you're not getting that on no damn console 60 frames. If you want 60 frames Monster Hunter Wild, you gotta get that shit on PC.
You know we're not getting that on PC no time soon.
They may do a day and date release though. Because a lot of developers are starting to do day and date because it's hurting their pockets. That they just making shit just exclusive for certain consoles or on consoles.
Well, me and my boys, we're getting closer and closer. We about not to be on consoles real soon. Like literally, I say about probably next year maybe. We probably all gonna be on PC by then. I'm gonna try to upgrade my drone before then though, because like it's
Brad. It's my brother Keo.
Oh hey, what's going on?
Yeah, but man, that's the thing, bro. Like. I don't know, man. They had the new there's that gun light weapons like
they was shooting the guns on the mount, but now you got counters now.
No.
Crazy.
I'm not gonna lie, man. They need to put pistols in Monster Hunter.
What the pistols gonna do?
They need to bring pistols in there. I ain't gonna lie. Dual pistols and shit in Monster Hunter.
What is that gonna do? It's not gonna do anything. No, they need to bring the whip back and the Tonfas. They need to bring those two weapons back. They need to bring
I ain't gonna lie. They have pistols or like a shotgun.
You got shotgun bullets on the game.
What
you need a shotgun for?
I mean, a more mechanical shotgun, a more mechanical pistols. I ain't gonna lie, dog.
I'm just interested.
And then my secondary weapon is a sword. Like I'll be going in there, Joe.
They're gonna go deep. It looked like they're gonna go deep with the story. Like I'm not saying Iceborne wasn't deep, but it looks like this one will be really serious.
And yeah, the Marvel joint.
Oh man, I can't wait. Man, I can't wait, man. Like, yo, we see that joint. I'm playing that.
We going in that shit.
Oh my god.
Look. I'm having for PC
I want to
and
get to
console.
the beta right now. Because it said the beta is in July. So I wanted you to sign up right now.
I'm gonna go check. I'm already on the PC right now anyway, so I'm about to go check. But dog, man, I gotta play that joint, man. I gotta play.
Oh yeah, my brother Keo, and I, we love Metal Slug. A story about SNK. Hold up. A story about SNK. I said, I'm gonna say it again. I was more of a Capcom kid. I heard of SNK. I knew of SNK, and like for y'all who are new to my channel, this is how I was introduced to SNK. I was introduced to SNK through the Fatal Fury anime. I didn't know Fatal Fury was a fighting game. I just thought it was an anime. Cause my uncle Kevin, my uncle Nemesis, he had all 3 Fatal Fury. I think it was 3 Fatal Fury movies. He had all 3 of those movies, and we used to go to his house and we used to watch it. And that's how I got introduced to Terry Bogard, Billy, Kim, and all of them, and Joe Higashi and all of them. That was my first introduction. Now, my first SNK game I've ever played, I was introduced to was Samurai Showdown. Samurai Showdown, I played it on the SNES. I thought it was fucking dope. I've never seen a fighting game, especially a game like Samurai Showdown, where you had to zoom in and zoom out camera, and then your weapon, you can drop your weapon, and when you slash a person, all the blood come gushing out. That was my first introduction to an SNK game, was Samurai Showdown. But Fatal Fury was like the first time I knew of. I didn't know it was SNK, but it was the first time I seen something from SNK. Was the Fatal Fury anime. So that's when one day we was at the laundromat. My mom and dad, we all went to the laundromat. They drove us to the laundromat at this Korean laundromat. We went inside, and normally they have all these arcade machines in the entrance area or whatever. And they had Marvel superheroes, because that just came out at the time. Marvel superheroes fighting game. They had X-Men Children of Atom, Marvel superheroes. They had Super Street Fighter, and what else? What else did they have? I think they had Tekken 1. Yeah, they had Tekken 1, and they had Mortal Kombat 3. I think they had that too. And then they had Metal Slug. They had Metal Slug there. And it was the first time I never seen anything like that. It had the little sprite characters. They all had like machine guns and pistols, and you were able to jump into Metal Slug, and the graphics looked so unique. I never seen anything like it. And me and my brother Keo kept staring at the game. So Dad came over and gave me and Keo some quarters. So my dad hopped on, and my dad's a big Marvel buff. Like, my dad got a lot of Marvel and DC comics, especially during that time. So my dad was a big Marvel buff, so he hopped on Marvel superheroes. And then me and Keo, we seen that it was a co-op game, Metal Slug, and we hopped right on at the laundromat. First time ever seeing Metal Slug. And then we fell in love with it, and we was hoping, like, man, it'd be dope if it came to consoles. At the time, we were real young, or whatever like that. But yeah, that was my introduction to Metal Slug. But then later on, when the PlayStation finally came out, and back then PlayStation, you had demo discs that you get demos of different games. I missed those back in the day, the demo disc. And I remember my PlayStation came with a demo disc, and this is around like 95, 96 or whatever like that. And I remember when I popped in the demo disc, it was KOF 95. And when I played KOF 95, it only allows you to play as 2 fighters, Terry Bogard and Keo Kusanagi. Now, when I saw Terry Bogard, I was like, wait a minute. I said, that's Terry from Fatal Fury. I said, what the fuck is he doing in this game? Because like I said, I didn't know that Terry was from a fighting game. I didn't know Fatal Fury was a fighting game and stuff like that. So that was my first introduction to KOF, was KOF 95 demo. I wasn't really into the KOF. Like I said, I don't like the art style. It looks very saturated and grungy looking compared to how Street Fighter Alpha, especially at the time Street Fighter Alpha came out. always I love the visuals. Now, SNK does have some good visuals in certain games, but King of Fighters wasn't one of them for me. I picked Street Fighter Alpha over that anytime. At that time or whatever like that. But yeah, that was my first introduction. That's when I later found out after I did some digging a couple years later, and I found out that Fatal Fury was actually a game. So I was like, oh, okay, it makes sense now. Yup. Samurai Showdown anime was a big buns. Yeah, I haven't watched the anime of Samurai Showdown. I seen the box art to it, and I saw like a little commercial of it, but I never played it. No, never watched it. Yes, I was more of a Street Fighter player back in the day. Yeah, so that was the only thing about that. About SNK. That was my introduction to the SNK universe. Was because of Fatal Fury, the anime, and then when I seen Samurai Showdown as the first SNK game that I've ever encountered, and then going to the laundromat with when I was with my brothers, with my brother Keo, we got introduced to Metal Slug in the arcades or whatever like that. But man, like you gotta understand, what makes me upset, I'm a short guy. I'm only 5'5". I'm a really short guy. So you can only imagine when I was younger that I wasn't really that tall. So, you gotta understand, I was around the arcade era. The only problem was I was too short to touch the controls. So, by the time that I got old enough where I'm able to reach the controls without me standing on a stool and stuff like that, arcades was dying out. Arcades were dying out because everybody's going to consoles. Everybody's playing their games on consoles. So, Philly had little pocket areas where people were still playing their arcades. But excuse me, dry ass chicken fillet frog. It pretty much died out. And everybody's going to consoles, and there's more so console setups rather than arcade machines. But I remember that time, man, where it was me, my cousin Tyree, and Keo. My cousin Tyree came over because me and him was in 5th grade. We was in the same class together, me and my cousin. And I remember he came to my house, and this is during the time my friend Steven was talking about, yeah, man, X-Men vs. Street Fighter is dope. I'm like, X-Men vs. Street Fighter? I said, I thought he was trolling me. I thought he was lying. I never heard of it. Like I said, I'm a console gamer. I don't go to the arcades every day, so I didn't even know that X-Men vs. Street Fighter was even a thing. By the time I found out about X-Men vs. Street Fighter, they just released Marvel Super Heroes vs. Street Fighter. That's how you can tell how late I was. But I remember my friend Steven came over he came over my house from school, and you talking about, yeah, man. He said, yo, man, I love, picking Cammy and Rogue or whatever like that. And I'm like, this shit sounds stupid. And now you gotta know, back in the day, when you think about versus, you're trying to be logical, like Street Fighter can't fuck with X-Men. Like, what the fuck? So when I'm hearing like Juggernaut and Cammy and Ryu and Wolverine, just hearing them together on one screen, so this shit sounds stupid. I thought he was lying to me. I thought he was trolling and stuff like that. So one day my dad came home, and it was on a Friday. It was on a Friday evening. He came home, and my cousin Tyree was at the house, and then Kia was at the house, and I think DX Straight, he was still like a baby, so he couldn't come with us or whatever like that. So dad just took us out. He took us out. We went to South Street. We walked down the entire South Street strip, and there was this one arcade that's there, and that was big at the time. That arcade was very big. Everybody, if you went to arcade experience, you went down South Street back in the early 90s or like that. They had a ton of arcades and locals down there and stuff like that at the time. So I remember going down there. We walked into the store, into the place, the arcade, man. They had all these arcade machines. It was really big in there. And then what I seen was, normally when there's a new fighter or a new arcade machine, it's on this big screen. And this nice control setup, decked out, and everybody crowds around. I mean, it's on a big screen and everything. And everybody's always crowded around it. So when I got there, that big screen was Marvel Super Heroes vs. Street Fighter, because that just came out. But you look on the side, there's X-Men vs. Street Fighter. Yo, when I seen X-Men vs. Street Fighter from a distance, my whole world was shattered. Because I was like, how did Capcom pull this off? It works. Seeing Ryu and Wolverine fighting each other on the same screen and seeing Cyclops in there, like, how? X-Men is not supposed to fight Street Fighter. Street Fighter is not supposed to fight X-Men. It shouldn't work. But what blew my mind was, it was the first time I seen that you was able to control 2 fighters. Because I'm like, I'm seeing all the fighting going on. Then all of a sudden I see Wolverine do a pose, and then Ryu would come out. I'm like, what the hell? What the hell is this? And then I see the other guy, and he's fighting on the Cataracts Bridge. He's fighting on the bridge, and then the bridge collapsed, and they go down. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And it was the first time I seen the air combos. They jumped. I'm gonna say the first time because X and the Children of Adams had it. But I'm seeing Street Fighter characters do it. Street Fighter characters doing high jumps in the air, and they got these super moves and stuff. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And that's when I had to put my quarter in. Me and my cousin Tari, we hopped in there. And I'm trying to figure out the controls, and it was an older guy. It was one of the older, it was like the teenagers that were there. And I was like, "Yo, how do you switch your characters?" They were showing me how to switch characters, and then my dad, and Keo was off playing other games. So they showed us how to switch the characters, and man, I was in love with that game. I didn't want to leave the arcade. So then so the Marvel Super Heroes vs. Street Fighter machine was finally opened up for us to run over there. So me and Tyree jumped on that for the first time, man, and we was fucking fiending. Oh yeah, and I think Tekken 3 out? Yeah, I think Tekken 3 was on the big display too. So bro, like the arcade scene was fucking nuts. It's too bad that West was stuck with Dookie PS1 ports. Reminds me of Street Fighter Third Strike of my area's arcade. Yeah, I didn't find out about Third Strike until much later. I didn't know anything about Third Strike until Dreamcast. And Third Strike been around for a long time. I knew nothing about it. Oh, what's up, Grant? What's up, Demon? Yeah, Tekken 3, yeah, I agree with that. I won't argue with that. Tekken 3 being the best one. But I'm not gonna lie. The most unique one out of all of them was Tekken 4. Tekken 4 was the most unique Tekken for me. I loved it was like DOA a little bit with the environments. The first 3D Tekken game with full 3D environment. And it's so sad that we don't, I mean, of course Tekken does have like 3D environments, but not to the level that Tekken 4 had done it. I liked the Tekken 4. That was my favorite Tekken. That was the most unique. And ever since Tekken 4, and people complained about Tekken 4 because of the environments and stuff like that, they never did it again. Tekken 4 had the odd platform. It cost a lot of jank, but it was memorable. Yeah, a lot of people complained about 4. Like the competitive people that competed and stuff complained about it, and they never took that approach ever again with Tekken 4. But that was my favorite one. Yeah, Tekken 4 soundtrack was pretty cool too. That was my favorite Tekken. That was my favorite Tekken, man. That and Tekken Tag Tournament 1. Those were my like Tekken 3, 4, and Tekken Tag Tournament 1. They were my first. They was my favorite. My favorite Tekken games. Yeah, Tekken 4 was dope, man. I love the soundtrack to Tekken 4. Had a great soundtrack. Enjoyed every bit of Tekken 4, man. Enjoyed every bit of it. But yeah, the times of the arcades, man. Like, it was just sad that by the time that I got into it, it was pretty much over. That era, that era was pretty much over, man. It was pretty much over, and people just went to consoles. People just went straight to consoles and stuff. So that was like pretty much the end of it, you know. And it's just like I wish I was like old enough to actually fully experience it. By the time I was old enough, we were doing locals on consoles. That's when it the FGC was really taking off. You know what I'm saying? During that time. I'm just trying to pull. Right. Oops. Press the wrong button. 1 second, guys. There we go. Copy that. Alright. Fears was my favorite track. Yeah, that's the true console. Killed it. Yeah, Touch and Go will always just... dude, I play Touch and Go sometimes on my stream and a lot in my videos. Touch and Go is just straight up chill, man. You mean you never played Silent Scope in the arcades? I never played Silent Scope in the arcades. Tekken 6, I like the scenario mode that they had, but Tekken 6 wasn't my favorite at all. Really wasn't. But yeah, man, those were the times, man. Those were the times. Like, I keep thinking about gaming and how it was back then, man. It like every gaming experience, everything back in the day felt like a new experience. It was like you was going into a wonder. You was going into a mystery because technology just kept evolving. Now we got into the point of diminishing returns. Like, as graphics keep increasing, it's no more that wow factor, or things, as games evolve, it's no more that wow factor anymore. Things start to decline back. You know what I'm saying? It's no leaps. You can't leap anymore. You know what I'm saying? Next, the only thing that developers have now is, since you can't really wow people in about with visuals, now it's time for the real test is developers, you know, flexing their narrative and their creative muscles. How creative can you be with a game? Can you tell a nice story with a game? How can you get players engaged with your game? Because visuals can't do it anymore. You know what I'm saying? So I think this will be a time where, that's what I'm saying, a reset is bound to happen, is because visuals, and this is what I talk about in a recent, I already finished next week's videos. All 3 videos for next week is done. And we'll be talking a bit about graphics and stuff like that. But we're definitely getting to that point where visuals, it doesn't sell a game anymore. You know what I'm saying? You need more than just visuals. You know, back in the day, we didn't have the visuals, but everything seemed like it was an upgrade because it was new technology. But first and foremost, before the visuals, you always had a great gaming experience. You had great worlds, great characters, great stories. That's what you constantly had, you know, back in the day. So you always enjoyed it. And then plus you had a nice aesthetic art style, you know, for that generation, for those games and those franchises. So every time you would see that character, you was able to resonate with it. You know what I'm saying? Characters look like video game characters. Now today's games, and I'm gonna admit to you, like there's really not too many iconic characters today. Mostly everybody is trying, like with these developers, everybody is trying to create realistic looking people that you can see every day. And that's what they're trying to do. So nobody stands out when everybody's looking so fucking real. No one looks like a video game character no more. Every character I see today, everybody's trying to look like a real character. Everybody's wearing a regular jacket with jeans on or slacks and some Timbs and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, now female characters, especially in the West, they all covered the fuck up or they look androgynous as fuck. You know what I'm saying? None of these characters stand out. And you gotta remember, we had different eras when it came to characters in video games. Remember, we had the mascot era where we had the cartoony characters where you had Sonic, Mario, Crash Bandicoot, Awesome Possum, Bubsy, Gex the Lizard, you know, Blasto, Jersey Devil, Tasmanian Tiger, of course, mostly Nintendo IPs and stuff like that. We had that era. And then, for some strange reason, once we got to the Xbox 360, and come on, I want to see if you guys agree with me. Once we got to the Xbox 360 era, then we got to the old man, or we got to the generic bald head white guy era, where we had the guy from Infamous, and then we got to the Arkham series. They made Robin bald headed with the shaved cut and stuff like that. Almost every main character had a bald head, and they look like generic white guys. They didn't have no personality to them. They all like a blank slate, bald headed and grungy looking. We had that phase during the Xbox 360 and especially like the early PS3 era at that time. I don't know what that phase was, but everybody, I think Marcus Phoenix really kicked that off. But then it seemed like every protagonist was like a bald head white dude, and he looked generic. You know, we had that era. And now, I don't know, like this era is just the Tumblr era. Like everybody, like they stepped out of Tumblr. Like everybody, it's like they all had like a Tumblr blog, or somebody a Tumblr OC character and shit like that. Resistance had a bald protagonist. You remember that era where everybody was a bald white guy and they was generic. They wasn't even aesthetic. They didn't even look iconic. Everybody was a bald white dude. I remember that era, and I used to complain about it. I said, "What happened to the iconic characters? Like why everybody's a bald white guy and they look generic? He doesn't even stand out. He's just a bald generic white dude." Yeah, Kratos is the only bald head one. The only bald head aesthetic character that stands out because he has the ash on him and he has the tattoos and his weapons and everything. That's what makes Kratos stand out. But that whole era, mostly every Western developed game, a lot of their protagonists was just bald, generic white guys. He said PS4 era where every male looked like Nathan Drake. Yeah, dog. And what's like I said, and now PS4. Remember, PS4 got different eras because PS4 is still around. But as we started getting closer, and once we got past the Gamergate, and we started getting closer to like the pandemic era and stuff like that, moving forward, then everybody looked like they from Tumblr. Like everybody like a Tumblr, look like Tumblr OC character, like original character and shit like that. You know, Kool-Aid color haircuts. You know, they try to throw in these hip new generation slang, you know, Marvel humor and all this other type of stuff. So unappealing and everything. We lost the plot here. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to video game characters, we lost the fucking plot. And you also gotta remember too, even during even Halo fucked shit up for characters. Because remember, once Halo came out and Master Chief became an iconic character, then you had a bunch of protagonists. They all wear exoskeleton suits with helmets on. Everybody started wearing military gear with helmets. But everybody started wearing it. And because remember, back in the day, Samus was the only unique one. Like, Samus is the only one that was able to get away with wearing an exoskeleton suit and be badass. And then what made it even more unique was you found out that she was a female. That made her even more unique. But once Master Chief came out, it seemed like everybody. You had Vanquish. What was the other one? That had characters in there. What's that game? With the Cry engine. Come on, guys. It was like the most expensive PC, and you still need a powerful PC to be able to play it. Not Far Cry. Crysis. Yeah, Crysis, Vanquish, and the list goes on and on. Everybody sort of having exoskeleton suits and military gear with a helmet on. Yeah, Milton earrings, haircuts with headphones and hoodies, and must love cats. Yeah, like cats are dogs for people who. No. I'm not dumping on Vanquish. Don't get it wrong, cause I got Vanquish. Vanquish is a good game, and I reboarded it on PC. Don't get it wrong. I'm just saying every character, like I still don't remember the main character to Vanquish. I just know his suit. And the gameplay was fun. You know what I'm saying? But that's how it was. Like you had that and the bald head white guys, generic looking white guys. Yup, that whole era. Like we just lost the plot when it came to video game characters. We just lost it after that. Like the real true last ones I would say for like the consoles was Jack and Ratchet and Clank and Sly Cooper. They were like the real on the edge before we start really going into like the whole realism, real graphics, and trying to make the people look as real as possible. That was like the real last era of the video game mascots. He said, who's 7 feet tall? He said, bold. Second there. And currently watching something too. Oh, what's up, Lucas? Is it the last iconic looking character? Oh, yeah. Bayonetta. I mean, that's like I said, yeah, Bayonetta, she's very iconic. That's a character. That's a video game character. That's a design that you can look at and say, yeah, she has to be from a video game. Like, it's rare that we don't really get those moments like we used to in gaming like that. You know what I'm saying? Doom Guy is another one. I forgot he was like after Samus, you had Doom Guy with the helmet and stuff like that. And then you would have Master Chief and stuff. But yeah, Master Chief really popped that off. And then, like I said, you also had the gameplay errors. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, earlier back in the day when we had arcades, everything was shoot 'em ups and beat 'em ups. That was the era. You know, you did have your RPGs, you did have your platformers and your adventures, but those are more so relegated. More so relegated, your platformers and stuff, more so relegated to your console experience. But shooters and beat 'em ups, it was countless of them. And then they went over into consoles, but once consoles become, because remember, with beat 'em ups and shooters, it's all about taking your quarters. That's all it's about, is taking your quarters. And how difficult can it be? But once consoles came out and then consoles became the definitive playstyle, which means you're no longer using your quarters. Now you're purchasing the game one time and you expect to get some hours in there. So a lot of developers had to change their philosophy in game design, which is why you don't really see. I mean, a lot of indie developers are doing more beat 'em ups and shooters than ever before, but you don't see a lot of AAA studios like they used to back in the day creating beat 'em ups and shooters, shoot 'em ups, like them space shoot 'em ups and stuff like that, is because the philosophy had to change once they went over to consoles and stuff like that, because it's more of that longer replayability experience once you buy that cartridge or whatever. So they had to change their whole philosophy, and that's why you don't see beat 'em ups were no longer dominant. They all started to like really fade off, because if I can remember, my last real beat 'em up game that I've ever had on a console at that time was Fighting Force on the PS1. That was my last beat 'em up. And to me, that's the only thing I can remember as far as beat 'em ups were concerned after that, was because after that, it was just JRPGs all the time for me. JRPGs and some action adventure games here and there. But it was just JRPGs that really took off from me from the Super Nintendo all the way from there on out or whatever. Sakamiya left Platinum as well, since he's making his own studio now. I'll be surprised if Shinji make a success of The Vanquish. And said just finished streaming. Oh, what's up, Ren TV? Yeah, man. Like, I always have to break it down to you guys. I always have to break it down because I know some of y'all are young and some of y'all may be new to my channel and may not know any of this stuff. Like I said, like the new generation call me an old fossil. I mean, I'm 37. Am I 37? Shit. Or 36. Yeah, no, I'm 37. Yeah, I'm 37. Yeah, I'm 37. Damn, I forgot my damn age for a second. But yeah, I'm 37. And I've been around, man. I've seen gaming and where it used to be and where it is now. And trust me, they're different. They're totally different. And as I said before in previous streams, I feel in my also videos, I really feel sorry for a lot of you new generation gamers out there who missed out. Just like I said in my video, it's like you had to be there. You know what I'm saying? It reminded me of when in Dragon Ball Z when Vegeta showed up to fight Dr. Gero and that fat ass android. And that fat ass android said, when Vegeta said to Dr. Gero, "Did you record our battles on Namek?" He said, "No, we didn't record none of that. You know, we got all the data that we need." So Dr. Gero was surprised when Vegeta turned Super Saiyan. Vegeta said, "Oh, like your bonehead creator chose to leave out a chapter and miss out on a chapter, you know, which was a big moment for Goku and all of them, was Planet Namek. That Namek fight against Frieza, that changed everybody. It changed the course of Dragon Ball. And Dr. Gero and them decided not to record none of that. That's why he was surprised. They missed out on a whole era. And that's how I feel when it comes to these younger gamers. Y'all wasn't there. Y'all wasn't there when I was there. Y'all missed out, and y'all only seeing gaming through the lens of what y'all see right now, because y'all have no recollection or memories of what gaming used to be. So they judge things based on what it is today and don't know what it used to be. You know what I'm saying? They're only speaking through those lenses. Yeah. Oh, what's up, Quest Acceptor? Don't feel bad for us. We got remembrance of the old days too. Yeah. Watch those scenes early. I got 2 years age on you, but the kids, yeah, for sure. I still play Breath of Fire and go on the PlayStation 1. Yeah, man. And that era was something, man. That era was fucking fun as hell, bro. Like, especially going to school, I used to bring my gaming magazines like Game Informer or Game Pro or sometimes PlayStation Magazine. And I had and the thing I liked about the PlayStation Magazine, and they don't do it, you would never see them do that ever again. I'm not sure if y'all remember. You remember PlayStation Magazine used to do the swimsuits where they had they draw the characters up like the anime and stuff like that. So every summer they used to have the swimsuit magazines. They had all the Dead or Alive girls. I used to collect them when I was younger. I used to have all the magazines and stuff like that. I used to keep them in the plastic and stuff like that, just to have them. And then when you open it up, they had all this beautiful artwork, like Laura Croft. She's in a bikini and stuff like that. You had the Dead or Alive girls. You even had Cosmos and Shion in bathing suits and stuff like that. That's when magazines was fucking fun. And you had Regina from Dino Crisis. I used to collect all of them when I was young, or like that, and keep them in the plastic and just hold on to them just to have them. Yeah, the pinups. Yep, they were pinups. You used to have the Final Fantasy characters and all the Final Fantasy females and stuff like that. You don't see that no more. And back then, gaming journalism was dope back then, man. Like when you open up the magazine, all these journalists cared about was the fucking games. That's all they talked about. You could hear the excitement when they talk about when they get hands on with a game. How exciting it was to feel the controller and feel the movement of the character, or talk about the environments that they experienced while playing that game. And then they made it so immersive when you read it. When you read it, you felt so immersed, and all you would do was look at the pictures that was in the magazine, and you would match it to what they're saying. You're just you're replaying it in your head. Imagine you playing the game and getting your hands on with the game, especially around E3 time. E3 time was the best time to have a magazine, a game magazine, because these journalists had hands on, and you knew the cover was crazy because they had all these surprising games. And when you walk into like a electronic boutique and you seen that magazine, and it's always a game like what the hell is this? You grab the magazine, and you end up buying it. You go home, start reading, and you start seeing all these crazy games to look forward to. E3 was a fun time. When gaming journalism was like legit back then, like I appreciate those gaming journalists because they got you hyped up. They got you prepared for what's to come when it came to the future of gaming. All they cared about was the games. They talk about the aesthetics, they talk about the characters, they talk about the worlds, they talk about the controls. They asked hard-hitting questions to the developers. It was no shilling going on. Like, they did their fucking job. They just reporting the news. They reporting like it's about the game. Now all you see now on YouTube and on the internet, like Kotaku and Polygon, every 5 minutes we talking about diversity and inclusiveness. We talking about all this shit that doesn't really fucking matter. We talking about the characters. We worry about the characters' genders, their pronouns. We want to know if they're fucking gay and shit like that. We lost the plot here. Gaming journalists lost the plot. And now you got gaming journalists, which we talked about before, they no longer on the gamer side no more. Now the journalists are against you. All they talk about is all they do is downplay and bash gamers all day. They don't really report about video games. They don't really talk about anything significant about the game. And God forbid if a female character is sexy and attractive, then they make a whole fucking article bashing it and how it's perpetuating the male gaze and all this other bullshit or whatever like that. But I grew up in a time where gaming journalists actually did their fucking job. They not only covered the news, they also did gaming guides. They also discovered cheat codes, and you go in the back of the magazine, they had a bunch of cheat codes for different games. It was like an encyclopedia of games. And you used to go in the back of the magazine, and they had the fucking codes back there, the cheat codes. It was fun being a gamer. You did not once have to read a magazine or open a magazine up, and these motherfuckers giving you their opinion on fucking gender and race and shit like that. It had nothing to do with any of that. They told you about the fucking games, and that's all it mattered. He said it. Sheets are bad for some reason. Back then, it was the shit. Yeah, even had a marketplace in the back of the gaming magazines, and not only that, in the gaming magazines, even the viewers, even the fans, was able to submit game art, and they would highlight game art, or you was able to submit questions, and then when you go to at the beginning of the magazine, you could see your question. If you submitted a question and if your question got picked, your question was in the magazine, and these journalists would fucking answer you. It was a community. Now we got these activists. They took over the industry. They took over gaming journalism. And these journalists aren't gaming journalists. These are journalists who always wanted to get into politics, but they wasn't cracked out for it for some strange reason. So what happened was, instead of them going into politics, or they couldn't crack into it, they set their eyes on an industry to where they were able to get in and get access to much easier, so they can just spill out their fucking nonsense. That's all this is. These are activists who aren't gamers, activists who couldn't crack it to be in political science or in political environment in general. So they went over to an industry that had nothing to do with that shit, and they hijacked it. They fucking hijacked it. But this is the thing. This was a planned attack. Everything started all happening all coordinately. You know what I'm saying? Gamergate was the real thing that really set the whole fucking thing off. And I talked about it. You can go check that video out. But that set everything off. And then one thing after another, Gamergate, and then the Me Too movement. And, you know, and then especially third wave feminism started coming in really, really strong during that time. You know what I'm saying? All these different movements started coming in as if this shit was coordinated. Everything was like, it was just too much of a coincidence for all this shit to be happening, especially in the gaming stratosphere and shit like that. Once all that happened, man, it was over for gaming. It was fucking over. And like, we lost the plot after that. We lost the fucking plot. You know what I'm saying? We lost everything after that. And once they took over the narrative, and then they got the media on their side, then they got the government on their side, it was a wrap. It was done. It was nothing we could. At that point, at that time, it was nothing we can do about it. It was, and the thing was, it caught us by surprise. This is why the gaming journalists, the media, and them got the jump on us, because they were coordinated, and this was a new thing. Social media wasn't as big at the time Gamergate happened, so we weren't, as gamers, we weren't as coordinated. You know what I'm saying? So they had the jump. They had the advantage. And plus, with Gamergate, the journalist was able to bring gaming to the mainstream, and he was able to write their own narrative. And this is during a time where everybody was still plugged into the Matrix, or plugged into the mainstream media, and where people took mainstream media as the gospel. So if you never heard of any of this stuff that was going on in the gaming industry, and your first time is through the media, where they actually controlled the narrative of how Gamergate actually went down, then you see where we at right now, especially when it comes to this culture war stuff and everything. But I remember that time, man, where gaming journalists, it wasn't a bad thing being a gaming journalist, man. And in fact, I wanted to be a gaming journalist at that time, because like, man, I said, yo, can you imagine like me being able to travel around the world, go to these different game studios, and be passionate and talk about video games, and actually be able to play video games, and then go back and report to a community of people who's just like me, gamers, and just share this stuff, share this experience. And I was always imagining, man, I probably would have been, man, it would have been so dope. And then it would have got to the YouTube era, and then I would have branched off into YouTube and still carried that same tradition on. And now I'm able to do it for YouTube while still traveling, doing these things. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be a game journalist back in the day. It just seemed like it was a fun job. And I would have been pretty damn good at it, because I was so invested in this shit. You know what I'm saying? But it just, now it just have a stigma to it. You know what I'm saying? Like being a gaming journalist. Who remembers Neo Secrets for walkthroughs? I never really did online walkthroughs. Like I didn't get a computer until my senior year of college, my senior year of high school. That's when I got a computer. And GameFAQs was the place that I really went to, was GameFAQs. But I didn't really go to GameFAQs that much either. Like I didn't really go to guides as much. But man, jeez. And then remember, and now we have guys like Critical Drinker and Neurotic making an appearance on the news. GameFAQs and Neo Secrets save lives. Yeah. What's up, Loyal? What's up, S3 Studios? Yeah. Yeah, man. Like GameFAQs did save lives. Like I love GameFAQs. And you gotta remember, forums was the shit. Before Discord was a thing, before Twitter, all we had was forums. All we had was gaming forums. And I was more so a bigger fan of GameSpot than I was IGN at the time. I didn't jump into IGN until IGN made a presence on YouTube when Jessica Chobot and them became personalities for IGN. That's when I became a fan of IGN at that time. when Jessica Chobot came on board, and when YouTube really started, when IGN really started making a presence on YouTube early on, that's when I became a fan of IGN. But I was always a GameSpot fanboy. GameSpot was the place to be, and GameSpot had the forums. I stayed in the GameSpot forums. I stayed in that shit, man. And I made a lot of friends in them forums, and we had a lot of discussions and debates and stuff like that. Those were the eras, man. Forums were great. Forums was great. He said I used GameSpot a lot back in the day. Yeah. Forums was the place to be. Now you don't really need forums. You got a Discord and shit like that. Just get on Discord, make a server, and just chat with everybody. Like, you really don't need a Discord like you used to. And now, like I said, even when it comes to communities, even from the studios themselves, they got, a Discord for every game that comes out now, and you can join their communities and stuff. So you don't really need forums like you used to. Forums are pretty much like dead. I don't know anybody personally who use forums anymore. You just use Discord. Yeah, just use Discord. Game trailers was what it was for. Game trailers. I never went to Game Trailers website or anything. Like, Game Trailers was the place that I went to on YouTube to look at game trailers. That's all that was for. That was all that was Game Trailers for. I like the Game Trailers though, don't get me wrong. But GameSpot was the place to be. But once YouTube came, I just got away from GameSpot. I just went to YouTube and just started digesting IGN. But like I said, I was in love with Jessica Chobot, the YouTube personality back in the day. I used to tune in every day or whatever like that on some IGN, like watch the game reviews and everything. When she had the little shows, I used to tune in just look at her or whatever like that when I was younger, a young adult or whatever like that. And then that's when once Jessica Chobot left, I was like, I don't know. And then Naomi Kyle came in, and I was like, okay, like, they knew what they were doing. And that's another thing about gamers, and like these companies, they knew the culture. They knew it was a male dominated space, so they knew that eye candy was the thing. You know what I'm saying? And Jessica Chobot, she was the eye candy for that time. Then they got Naomi Kyle. She was the eye candy and stuff. And they knew it would glue guys to the screen and stuff like that to keep them on their site. You know what I'm saying? And these young ladies at the time, they even knew the deal. You know what I'm saying? And they had successful careers at that time because of it and stuff like that. But yeah, man, like after Naomi Kyle left, and after Naomi Kyle and the rest of the more personalities started leaving. And then that's when I was done. I was done with IGN after that. I never used Reddit. I never used Reddit before. Never. I never ever used Reddit. The Reddit interface to me personally, it just didn't look attractive to me. I could never get into Reddit at all. And I never got 4chan, got into 4chan either. Discord is a place of fun. I have Discord. I have a Discord group. Yeah, yeah, let me just share the Discord too, just in case more people want to get into the Discord or whatever. I'll put it in the chat just for those who may be interested in wanting to be part of my Discord. Right now, like I said, I'm working on my comic book is wrapping up. My comic book is done. Now the covers are getting done or whatever like that, and we're wrapping things up this month for the comic. So like I said, that's why I haven't really been on the forum like that as much, because I am super busy when it comes to that. But here's the invite in the chat. I never use Game Shark, or Game Genie. Never use those. But yeah, I'm hard at work with the comic. The comic is done, or whatever like that. And now I'm getting ready to prepare for to create the teaser trailer and the presentation for Venus Orion Comics. So we'll talk about the comic book company for a little bit, and and one more other thing, and then we're gonna call it an evening. But yeah. So right now we're working on the variant covers. The variant covers are essentially done. She's putting my artist. She's putting together the last cover, which is cover D variant, which is a special cover. Well, I mean, all of them going to be special. But this is the special cover that she's working on, and I also had hired one of her friends, who's also from the Philippines, to work on something else for me, which is also pretty cool as well. So yeah, we're pretty much wrapping things up when it comes to, he said, just interacting for the raids and stuff like that. Yeah. So we said, well, what's up, Heist Man? Do you ever feel like you've been lectured by Lucasfilms? If you ever girl bosses? Well, yeah. The journalists always lecture people and criticize people for bashing the female characters in it or whatever like that. Will there be a special edition of your comics? Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah, cover D is gonna be like this. It's gonna be like the special cover or whatever like that. Like I said, like as I get closer and stuff, there's gonna be a lot of things that you will be able to get, a lot of goodies that you will be able to order alongside the comic and whichever cover that you want or whatever like that. And trust me, you're gonna like the stuff that I'm gonna have alongside this. Like I said, I'm going all in on this with this comic book company launch and stuff like that. And for those of you who knew like that, the artwork that you see right here is characters from some of my characters, not even all my characters. So far, I have over 300. Let me see. I have over 300 characters so far from different series and stuff like that. A total of 300 characters, and still growing. Like I say, I got a whole universe Bible for my comic book universe. It's a shared universe. So as I said before, you can read whatever series you want, and you don't have to worry about, oh man, I need to buy this series. So no, it has its own self-contained story, but they're in the same universe. And as I said before, if you're a fiend and as you're reading, you'll be able to pick up on some things, and you'll be able to know the placement in time, some of these series where they fit at within other series and stuff like that. Oh, so this event is going on while this event is going on. But yes, there will be crossovers where characters from other series will cross over with other characters, but that's gonna be that's gonna be long off. Like right now, I'm establishing the foundation, establishing the characters in each series, so people get the chance to be invested in the characters before I start trying to cross characters over and stuff like that. So you'll be able to pick a series that you like as I release them. So my goal is to make enough money to where I can hire more artists and I can be able to hire more writers. Well, of course, where I want to have is, if you're going to be writing the stories for me, it's going to be part of my universe. I have like especially if I want you to write for a character or write for a series, it's my series that you'll be writing for and stuff like that. And I have an outline. I'm like George Lucas or like Toriyama or whatever like that. I would have a blueprint or an outline. You would see the Bible itself, so you know the guidelines and the rules and the tools you can play within to write my story. Is write stories for whatever series that I need you to write. And of course, I will bring on other artists and writers who want to tell their own story, but it's going to be unconnected from my universe. So, I'll be able to publish that underneath my company. So I'll be able to publish it and sell it underneath my Venus Orion brand and stuff for those who are interested. But my goal is to have enough to hire more writers, eventually hire writers will come later, because one, I'm handling all my stories first, because I'm going to set the foundation first. Once I set the foundation first, then I'll start looking for writers to come in and stuff like that, and I have a blueprint, and it has to be approved by me before anything. You know what I'm saying? So, but as far as artists, I'm definitely going to need more artists. But like I said, when it comes to art, when you see the artwork that my artist does, if a person wanted to be an artist and wanted to draw and do a comic for me, that artist has to meet, like, as far as level, as far as like how good the art is, it has to be on her level or better. It can't be below her level. Like I want nothing but quality and good artwork. So it may sound harsh, it may sound cruel or whatever like that, but when it comes to the art and stuff like that, it has to be on her level or higher. It can't be anything below that. So, because I know when I ask, because there's a lot of people, when I ask for like art and stuff, like artists, everybody come flooding me and stuff like that. And I have yet to, and I haven't really met any artist that actually met her level or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not just picking anybody. Like, it's all about quality. It's quality. That's all I care about. like I said, I'm a first-time story writer. It's my first time actually writing and publishing it and putting the story out there, publishing it, and everything like that. So hopefully you guys will stick around and watch me grow as a writer as well. But all I care about is quality. Like if you want to be an artist or a writer, if you want to write for me or be an artist for me and stuff like that, I want quality. You know what I'm saying? You know, where you're right about something we cared about, beloved franchise has been destroyed by Hollywood media and the activists. Until Final Fantasy 14 Dawn Trail, my current crack cocaine was Warframe. I gotta get back to 12. Your hentai beauties make a Loyal asked the question, will my hentai beauties make a cameo? That's a perfect question. I see if let me put it this way. Me answering that would spoil certain things. I will put it this way. No, there won't be no hentai in it in my comics or whatever like that. But as far as the characters are concerned, I can't spoil that part of my 3D hentai beauties coming over to my comic book universe. I can't spoil that because that would also leak. That would also spoil other things that I have planned as far as the overall universe. I got some unique ideas of my shared universe. Have so many things that's going on that I believe that you guys are going to like how I'm going to be able to take different things from different mediums and all have it connect. Or whatever like that. But you'll be able, but me going any farther, answering that, giving you a concrete answer would spoil a lot more other things that I do have. Well, you want to be careful. You don't want too much backlash before you have ground. Marvel check coming to take you out as competition any day now. Well, Mugen, let me recommend cartoonist Cafe channel. You know, Mugen Lord right, something to care about. Back the hobbies. Heisman said Mugen is good. As much as I hate identity politics, he can use his identity to ward off the loons. He can bash games without being called an S or a fool. Ren TV stupid. The internet will have clothes on as a background character. That shouldn't be dangerous. Are you taking character pictures? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Eventually, yeah. Like I said, as I get bigger, but you gotta understand this. Anything that's pitched to me is going to be owned by Venus Orion Comics. Like anything that's being produced by Venus Orion Comics, I would have some ownership over. You know what I'm saying? Because it's coming from my company, and I'm the one that's putting the money out and everything like that. As it grows and stuff like that. But character pictures, eventually I would take something like that. Character pictures and everything, but that's in the future. Right now it's about me laying the foundation. Once I get the foundation on, then I'll start inviting other writers. Because I'm only one brain. I can't do it all. You know what I'm saying? I can't do it all. So I'm not the type of person who's like who's arrogant, or a person who don't allow other people to come in and throw in ideas and give me ideas or want to add on to what I'm doing. I'm not like that. I'm always open for ideas. I'm always welcome. I'm always open. But like I said, I'm also open. I'm also careful. You know what I'm saying? And plus, when I do bring on writers, I will have lawyers and stuff to make sure everything is out there. Make sure that everything is clear and cut. Because I don't want no confusion and anything going on that could really damage the reputation of my company and damage the reputation of my name. So I'll make sure I have a lawyer, make sure some documents are being signed before we even move on to do any of that stuff. But that's way down the line. Right now, what I need more than anything is artists. Because right now, I'm just going to be the story writer for now. I'll be the story writer for now, setting the foundation. But what I need right now is more so, because my artist, Jessica, she's the only artist I have. And she can't do it all. She can't draw every series. You know what I'm saying? So I will need other artists. And like I said, the artwork that I'm going for is more manga, like anime like. That's like, if you look at my art style that I have, it's like a cross between Western and anime. That's the art style that you see. It's like a cross between both. So if you're able to pull that off, or is more leaning to the manga side, that's what I'm going for. I'm not doing anything Western comics. I like Marvel and I like DC growing up, but that's not the style that I have envisioned for my characters and my world and how it looks, or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, creators that I really appreciate, like Tyler, I talked about before. Tyler, who had done the girl with the mega fist, really good indie book. I have volume 1. I still haven't gotten around to get volume 2 just yet because I've been backing so many other indie books and I'm waiting to get my books and stuff like that. So I've been putting out a lot of money. But I'm going to get volume 2 like before the year's out. I'm going to have volume 2 for sure. Really, really good book. So if you're looking to get into indie comics too, I recommend the Girl with the Mega Fist by Tyler. Really, really good. And I've been seeing this all over Twitter. This is a special edition I got of Common America and everything. Really, really, really good book. And like I said, you know, fans love the boobas and everything like that. But fun little stories and stuff like that. This is the special edition that I have gotten. Really good. So I'm gonna pick up the second volume pretty soon as well. As I said before, I've been like backing so many damn comics and shit. And my first Rippaverse comic I'll be getting is Yaira. Yaira is the first one I'm getting because Eric July, for some strange reason, the way he put more emphasis on Yaira than Isam. For some reason, Yaira just stuck out more than Isam. You know what I'm saying? That's why I didn't pick up Isam. I do want to still get Alpha Core. I still want to get that just to have Alpha Core. I do want to pick that up, and I will eventually pick that up. But the first time me stepping into the Rippaverse is Yaira. Like, because the way he keep putting it, the way he advertised her way more than how he advertised Isam, and then she just stuck out all over like that. So my first time getting into the Rippaverse will be Yaira. I backed that. The campaign finally closed and stuff, so I should be expecting pretty soon, whenever that's available, for Yaira to be coming to my house. So I have Yaira. Then he just did a Yaira statue. He teamed up with what's his name? The guy who created Spawn. Todd McFarlane, the Todd Toys. So he got a statue for Yaira and stuff like that. So, but despite how you feel, he said, I'm Silveroni in Mugen's channel. Oh, Silveroni! Despite how you feel, he said, I mean, you'll see I'm Kami. Oh, yeah, I know you Kami. Mugen, Scott, I know you Kami. Yeah. Despite how you may feel about the Rippaverse, I gotta give this brother credit where credit is due. Despite, I know there's a lot of people who's beefing with Eric July. I know there's a lot of people who may not like the Rippaverse or however you may feel, but you gotta give it to this brother. He exceeded expectations. This man is making fucking money. And at the end of the day, and which I agree with when it comes to Young Ripper, it's all about your fans. Who gives a shit what everybody else is saying? As long as there's a market and as long as there's a fan base for what you're doing, that's all it matters. You cater to your fans. Because there is arguments to be had of how you feel about Rippaverse, but the more and more I'm looking on YouTube, the more and more I'm looking on Twitter, it's like at the point people are just hating at this point. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you're allowed to not like the Rippaverse. You're allowed to. I mean, you're allowed to disagree with Eric July with a lot of things, and you're allowed to disagree. You're allowed to not like Rippaverse. But I'm seeing first you got the legit criticism, but now you just see him just hating. You just see him just flat out hating at this point. And more people spending more time hating on this man, and they going out their way making a bunch of content. And that's the thing too. Not just Eric July, but I also see this with people like Low Tier God and many other YouTubers as well, where you have channels who's just dedicated to just constantly covering one particular YouTuber that they don't like, or a social media person that they don't like. Their whole channel's dedicated to them, and I find it just weird. And to me, I find like you don't got no fucking life, like and the thing is, some of these people are actually creative in how they make fun or how they bash these people, and I'm like, if you could have all this creativity to come at somebody and to constantly go after them, then why can't you take that same energy to actually do something productive that actually can get you ahead, that you can do something for yourself? You got the gift, you got the talent, you got something going on here. So why can't you just do that for yourself and apply it for something much more original than you spend a whole channel, your whole Twitter log and your whole Twitter base is dedicated to that one person. Like, you got people out there who got channels just based on bashing Rippaverse and Eric July, and you got Twitter pages that just focus on that, and you got Twitter and YouTube pages that's based on Low Tier God and many other social media figures. I've never seen anything like that. It's almost to the point that it's like an obsessiveness. You know what I'm saying? So Invincible takes 11 issues to not be boring. Words can't describe that specimen. It's the most hated YouTuber. Rippaverse sounds like Lil Wayne alter ego. So I'm gonna just quietly leave. Oh, my stream. He said, "Oh, my stream behind." I'm hanging out, waiting. We talking about debates. 1 second, guys. Just read. Low Tier Groomer. Drama Tube is corny as hell. What does that? Why do they care about the individual? Yeah, that movie. Yeah, so that's the thing that really bothers me about that. Like, people have a whole channel just dedicated to one person, and they spend that whole time going after him. I'm like, yo, you can spend that whole time and that same energy to produce your own stuff. And also too, it's a grift, because what I did figure out is that I learned that hating on the Rippaverse and Eric July also created a market for these people as well, because these people had never made any type of money on YouTube ever, or made any type of money, outside of their job. So now they got a whole YouTube channel, make live streams just dedicated to Young Ripper and stuff like that, and they're making money because people's giving money just for you to hate on what he's doing. So these people realize that, damn, I'm making money off of this. So they got to keep the grift going. And what's also funny is these same people who's bashing Eric July, calling him a grifter, and these same people that's hating on Eric July, now they're coming out with comic books. And with them coming out with comic books, they're selling the comics to the people who don't like Eric July. So while they're calling Eric July a grifter or calling him all kinds of things, they're doing the same exact thing. Because now they have a market of people who don't like him. So now, since they created this whole community of people who don't like him, now they can sell a product to them. This all became like a money machine for these kind of people. So now they're coming out with comics. Because then what people do, what this audience is going to do is, they're going to buy that comic to spite Eric. They're going to buy this comic to get back or to spite him or whatever like that, just to buy it. So it's all a grift. It's all a grift. Everyone's using each other like booster packs to promote their products. Yeah, it's all grift. He said, "Oh, what's up, Caruso? Carusi? Yeah, yeah." I'm messing this up, Kirisu. They aren't doing the same exact thing though, my lord. The people that should even don't deliver on their own backers. Is that zombie or brainification? I wouldn't call beef. It seems to be deceptive marketing. Yeah, so the same people who's bashing Eric is the same people who's trying to sell comics. Even the smaller channels who's bashing Eric is all trying to do comics themselves. So they realize that they even realize the impact that Eric makes. Like I said, you don't have to agree with Eric July. You don't have to like the Rippaverse, but you have to acknowledge the impact that Eric had laid on the indie comic space. So you even have the haters trying to monetize Eric, and they know that his name brings views. So even these people who despise Eric can't help but make content because it brings them money. And then they say, okay, now I can make a comic, because I like these people wanted to make a comic their whole life, but now they couldn't do it. But now, since they found a market by hating on Eric, now they're able to sell. Now they create a following that they're able to sell a product to. That's what they did. That's exactly what they did. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to this Gyra book, to check out, and I'm looking forward to many others. Other indie comics that I've been collecting, and it's gonna be so funny to see my comic out. You know what I'm saying? That's among the rest of the indie comic creators that's out there. So I can't wait to. This is really what I want to do. Build this audience, man. Like I'm trying to get into video games. I'm trying to get into animation. I'm trying to do it all, man. Bit early to think of yet landing, but I'm sure he would, given the opportunity. All of them say Eric comics are better, but no one even talks about their comics. At least someone's talking about Eric's comics. Yeah, so I gotta give it to this man. Everybody keeps saying that this man that it's over for the Ripperverse, that the Ripperverse is going to implode on itself. And then you turn around, this man comes out with with a statue. He comes out with all these different services, and now he has Ripper Send. Now he's publishing other people's books, and that's what I knew he was going to do. That I said he didn't buy that warehouse for no reason. He's planning on publishing and printing other people's books because that's the long run. Because if God forbid something happened to Ripperverse, he still has that warehouse to publish other people's books, so he's still going to be generating money. And I knew that's what his goal was going to be when he got that warehouse, that he's going to be publishing other people's books. That's actually the real end goal right there. To constantly had that warehouse generating money. And that's the way to go. I love like that. But every time Eric drops something, people always comes in and say, this is it for Ripperverse. He's going down this time. And then he comes back out with something else. So I was like, come on, you got to give credit where credit is due. Like I said, you don't have to like Eric July. You don't have to like the Ripperverse. But you got to understand the impact and the things that he's done coming out the gate. You know what I'm saying? And hats off to the brother, man. I wish him the very best and on his endeavors and the success. And I look forward to see what else that he has in the works. And I wish people can at least acknowledge that. You know? State of play was Black Pill and Captain Bread. He said, Landon asked if you cooperate with Marvel and Capcom. I would like to do a versus game with Marvel and Capcom. I said this before. Like, my whole goal that's my goal. I want my characters to fight Capcom characters. I want my characters to fight Marvel characters. That's my goal. That is my goal back there. I want these niggas to fight Marvel. I want these niggas to fight Capcom. That was always my dream, to have my characters. Like I said, I grew up with Marvel. I grew up with DC. I grew up with Capcom. I grew up with this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it would be an honor. It would be an honor to be able to see my characters fighting Ryu and fighting Dante from Devil May Cry and shit like that, or fighting Wolverine, Cyclops, and fighting Spider-Man and Incredible Hulk and everything. Shit, I want my characters to fight Arc System Work characters too. So getting $1 million for each book drop is insane as well. Well, see, that's the thing. You gotta understand. When the $1 million drop, you gotta understand what's going on here with the $1 million drop. See, when your first book is always going to be your biggest book, is because it's a new thing. It's a new thing. It's a new thing that's coming out or whatever like that. You're going to see diminishing returns. You're going to see that. That is bound to happen, because you got to understand. When the first book came out, the first book, which was Isom, you got to understand the whole thing and how this works. Remember, a lot of people who came in the first time were people, most of them never read a comic before. You got to understand this. Eric July, his audience aren't just comic readers. A lot of these people who are on Eric July channel just don't like wokeness. They don't care where the wokeness is coming from. Yes, he has people who read comics and stuff like that, but a lot of people just don't like wokeness too. So it's not just that. He's also got a conservative viewer base. So you just got a lot of conservatives, and just because they're conservatives doesn't mean they read comics. So you got people who just enjoys his messaging and they have a similar political belief. So you got to understand that. You got to understand that as well. So you got many people who came in and bought Isom who aren't comic readers. They only bought it to show support to Eric July and to also get back at the wokeness, at the lefties. So once they bought their book, their job is done. Hey, I supported the fight. I bought the book. I'm done. So a lot of these people weren't coming back anyway. They were only there to support the cause and to get back at the wokies. But most of them weren't comic book readers. You got to understand that. Most of them aren't comic book readers. And you got to understand, he also went on Fox News. Eric July was also interviewed by Fox News. So now he's been introduced to Fox News viewers. So now everybody who watches Fox News are not comic book readers, and probably some of them not even gamers, but they're conservative. So they see another conservative who got a product that's going back at the Wokies. And remember, Eric July's messaging was, I came here because I want to offer something better, or I want to be the solution to Marvel and DC's problems. So now you got conservatives on Fox News watching Eric July, and you say, oh man, it's a conservative over here who got a product or whatever like that, and they're going against the establishment, or they're going against the narrative. I'm going to go support them. So most of them are not comic book readers. So you got to understand, that's where that drop-off is coming from as well. Razor Fist's new book, decent, is something different. Capitalist, Eric's a libertarian. Yeah, he's a libertarian, but a lot of conservatives watch him. I know that, Cantrell, but I'm saying a lot of conservatives still watch him, because not everybody who watches him is a what's it called? Capitalist. Where is it? I just seen it. Yeah, a lot of them is not. An anarcho-capitalist. Not everybody who watches is not an anarcho-capitalist. Mostly everybody who watches him is more so lean conservatively, more so. So I'm not talking about Eric. I'm talking about his audience. Which is good. Razor Fist is sharp individual and understands storytelling. His book, I would assume, is good because he understands world building and character development. He loves Eric, which is goated. So so people who watch him are conservative. I never said that Eric was conservative. I was talking about the audience, the people who watch him. So yeah, so you gotta understand. So that first one was always going to blow up. He has a big subscriber base, and then he was plastered everywhere. Like I said, he was on Fox. It was on Fox News, Blaze TV, everywhere. He was scattered everywhere. So everybody who's watching him aren't comic book people, but these are people who want to support the cause. So that's why you gotta understand where that big drop comes from. So then, when Exile 2 come out, you do see a big drop in millions of by a million or whatever like that, because the first people who came through was more so people who just wanted to support the cause. That's it. They weren't comic book readers. Some of them probably never even read the book, and they just held on to it and say, hey, this is a war badge for us sticking it to the lefties or sticking it to the wokeness. So I'm gonna just buy it, and that's it. I did my part. I supported the man. I can go around and brag that I supported Eric July. That's all that was. So you see, a vast majority of that million right there is gone. Then on top of that, you gotta understand this. The number that you see right there, that drop off, this is the core, his actual core base. The first two comics, you're going to get inflated numbers. Because the second one, you're going to get word of mouth, people hearing about Eric July, so people are curious about Eric July. So you're going to have some people trickle in to actually want to see what Exile 2 is about, or see what the Ripperverse is about, and everything like that. But what you see right now, the money that the money that he's making, that he made off of Alpha Core, and that he made off of Yaira, that's his core. That's the core base. These are the people that actually stuck around. They stuck around for his comic, and they more so stuck around for Eric July. So you gotta understand there's three classes of people within his base. You have people who just like sick of wokeness or whatever like that, and just want to support because it's to get back up wokeness. They did their thing. They supported him, and they're done. Then you got people who are into comics, who actually like comic books. And then you got people who just like Eric July. They don't care about anything else. They will buy anything that Eric July will put out because they like Eric July as a person. So that's what you see right now. What you see currently is people who like Eric July as a person and his core fan base who like to read comics. That's what you see. But the first two books was more so inflated because it was so much hype, so much things that's being drawn around it, and people wanted a piece of it. But yeah. Eric's near my spectrum. I respect his views. Sound man or activist. I can imagine drop off when they found out he's a libertarian. Probably. Probably that Scott. Yeah, so that's what that. Yeah, I remember Julico Studios. I got Rival Turf. I had got that game. Peacekeepers from them, and a couple other games I got from them. They were like generic off-brand games, but they were fun for what they were. They were fun for what they were. But yeah, man. Yeah. So expect a teaser this summer, and then expect in the fall where I'll launch the campaign for the pre-orders, and I have some nice goodies to go along with it, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. And then of course, before I close out, this is my brothers Strike, Keo and Strike. Remember, they got a t-shirt company. They make all kinds of t-shirts. Like I said, we got a studio. We make our own products. Like this Mugen TV shirt right here, made by my brothers. We make hoodies, hats. We also got leggings and put designs on leggings for females, for the ladies as well. So we do it all or whatever. We do custom. If you're a content creator, you want us to make merchandise like mugs, hats, and all kinds of stuff like that. You can also check that out. You can check that out as well. We design it all. We have a whole lot of fun with this. This is the stuff that my brothers and them make. And they do it for influencers. They do it for anybody. So if you ever want to make an order, you want a specific shirt made or anything of that sort or whatever like that, definitely give it a go. Go check them out. You can go on their website too, and you can send a chat to them, and they can walk through it with you or whatever like that. And you won't be disappointed. And another thing too, he said, Mugen, what you need is something these indie comics don't have: a strong hook. How did I do that? Oh yeah, of course. A strong hook is definitely a thing. And the thing is, hopefully, when you guys actually like support it or decide to want to invest in my universe and stuff like that, you'll get that. You'll, especially like I said, you'll see the writing, you'll see the story, and as it progresses over time, or whatever like that. So you'll definitely see it. You know. But yeah, this is all the products. Like I said, if there's a custom design that you want, we can also make it for you. And another thing too about the designs, another thing about the designs, you won't be able to find these designs anywhere, because my brothers and them they make these, especially DX Strike. He's our digital artist. Most like my brother Strike and Keo make these shirts, but my brother DX Strike, he make a lot of these designs and stuff like that. He's a digital artist, so you won't be able to find these anywhere, because they do it themselves. Like they put the stuff on the shirts themselves. They do it. It's handcrafted. So you won't be able to find another version of this shirt on Amazon or any other place. You can only get it here. You can only get it here. So if there's anything, if you're a content creator and you want your own merchandise, you trying to build your brand, you want a hat, you want t-shirts, you want hoodies, you want sweatpants, you name it or whatever, come here to Strike and Keo Tees and put in that order, and we'll make, and it comes nicely packaged. We don't play around with the packaging. The packaging comes in nice as well. And that's why I can't wait to Venus Orion Comics. Like when I do my presentation, that package, we gonna have a nice packaging when you get your order, it's gonna come in a nice package, and I can't wait to for that to come out as well. But that's pretty much essentially it. I hope you guys had enjoyed the stream and everything. I'm glad you guys came through. I will be streaming again probably tomorrow, maybe tomorrow. If not, it's definitely gonna be Saturday. If I don't stream tomorrow, it's definitely gonna be Saturday. So I'll definitely be back again to chill out with you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and I gotta get back to work. I got a lot of things to work on. So I hope you guys have a good evening, and I'll be seeing you Game Fiends